What's good, y'all? It's your boy DG, and today we're going to be breaking down some film on Gus Bradley and how he prepares for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to be doing some other breakdowns as well with Gus Bradley and how he prepares for Patrick Mahomes also. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be updated whenever that one drops. And please don't forget to hit that like button, as I really do appreciate it, and it really helps me out and build our channel, because there's a lot of great people in Raider Nation, so I appreciate everybody. We just trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, so if you down to help, hit that subscribe button and stay updated on your favorite team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, without further ado, let's raid the tape. So here we got the first game against the Ravens in that 2018 season. This is basically a formation you'll see a lot from the Ravens. But right here, you'll notice that Gus Bradley, it's hard to tell from right here, but there's only one linebacker on the field. He breaks through right up the gut and goes for a long gain. Go ahead and let the play roll through, and we'll watch it from this backside one more time, see what happens, and we'll go back and kind of look and see what we got going on. You can see that's a safety, completely ran himself out the play, and then that safety at the single high he really did take a bad angle. So let's go back and break it down just a little bit. So I want to pause right here, and you'll notice you have a cornerback. You have three cornerbacks, and these two guys over here are safeties. That's Derwin James. I think his name is Adrian Phillips. This is your only linebacker, and Jatavius Brown. And then we'll go back to the other angle, and you'll see here, like I said, Derwin James, Phillips. And this is a formation you'll see from Gus Bradley a lot. And this is another reason why we need stout defensive tackles, because when you have safeties out there, you don't have as big as people because you don't have those linebackers. But mind you, when you have guys like Diablo starting to play a linebacker who was originally a safety, I think he could potentially be where Phillips 31 is right here. And you'll just see as the play goes on, he just completely, I don't know if he's going with the tight end, and then the linebacker 57 is reading the quarterback, and that's why they run themselves out of the play. But you'll see there's just a gaping alley right here for the running back to run through. In 93, if I just go back a little bit, you'll see, watch 93. That's Darius Phylon, by the way. 93 kind of collapsed. He gets double teamed, but he tries to get leverage on this guard. And Orlando Brown Jr., I believe that is, just shoves him down and pushes him straight to the ground. Showing him what kind of tackle he is and why he's going to get paid big money. And that's just a good running play, good run block scheme for the Ravens right there. So we go into the next play, and it's 1st and 8. That was the first play right out the gate. And you'll notice the formation really hasn't changed for the defense. They still have the same people out there, even though they're closer to the goal line. And it's somewhat of a heavy set. They have 3 wide receivers out there, but when you play the Ravens, I think this is how they play, right? So let's go ahead and let this one go. And you see this time they get stuffed. They get a gain about 2 or 3 right there. And I like to see this right here from the backside, because you'll be able to, especially on the run plays, you get the motion. Let's stop right there. And let's go right back, because you see how they do this little switch? So they come out, and then they switch just to see which side is the strong side so they can get aligned. And here is where we stopped. So the first thing you'll see is, notice 93 on this play and what he does. And tell me what you guys think. My fault. Tell me what you guys think. And you'll see he kind of just roams around, and then he picks up the running back right there. I don't think that was a stunt. I'm not sure what it was. Kind of looked like he was going back to be a spy in my opinion, right? Just the way he jumped back and he was moving right there. He kind of just, I never seen a D tackle pursue the ball carrier in this way. So that's why I kind of think he was just hovering around the line and being that spy. We'll go back one more time, break it down just a little bit more. And you'll see why this is who we're gonna have to go up against. This is who the Kansas City Chiefs got, by the way. See how he got Bosa just locked up right there? Phylon does make a good play, come around. and finishes up, cleans up right there. Desmond King comes in to help clean it up as well. Not a bad play, not a bad play. I don't think that linebacker right there is doing the greatest job. Let's go on to the next play. Right here, we have second down. So right here, we have second down. Again, with the motion, you notice every single play there's a guy motioning, and I think that's just to help Lamar Jackson get an idea of what's going on. And a lot of quarterbacks do that. You'll see a lot of quarterbacks do that, really. So right here, finally, it's a fake, and it's a good discipline by Melvin Ingram. Our defensive ends are really going to have to be disciplined, really going to have to be on their toes, because you know Lamar Jackson can take off on you. Again, notice how the formation really hasn't changed too much, or should I say the personnel. You still have Desmond King out here, which is a corner / safety. Really, he could play both spots. And go ahead, let the play roll. Very good discipline by this team, especially on the edges for containment. Derwin James doesn't lose his containment. If this guy would have got the ball, whatever the case may be, he's there. Melvin Ingram, very disciplined. Barely gets around him. Even if Lamar Jackson does that, it's still a good job because it's Lamar Jackson. You have to give this guy credit, right? Some people may say he's not a good thrower, but at the end of the day, he's not throwing right here, and you still have to play this, and that is good defense. So Yannick is gonna have to be ready for this. He's gonna have to be ready for this for real, and really be able to read these quarterback runs, right? Good play, good play. Let's go on to the next one. And our defensive ends are going to have to be disciplined, and our defensive tackles are going to need to fill those holes. And can't give up any gaps. Here we are. It's third down. They had a long run. They got into the red zone, but here the defense is creating a stop. And this right here is just individual play. You can say it's coaching to a certain extent, but in this situation, you know it's just one-on-one play. The defensive ends aren't going to get there. All he has to do is catch the ball and throw it, right? No, there's nothing else. The cornerback is on an island, and it was a good play. Former player Michael Crabtree right there. And let's take a closer look at how this corner plays it, right? The ball is in the air. It's going to be hard to catch it. But right there, you see Michael Crabtree is up. He's ready to catch the ball. And at that point, the cornerback, right, is jumping. And you can see his hand go straight through Crabtree's form of catching. Right through his wingspan, right through his arms. And breaks it up. He doesn't even fall to the ground. Crabtree does. He kept balance. He kept his stature, he kept his posture, jumped straight up with the arm and stripped it through. That's good DB play right there. So that was the opening drive and how Gus Bradley wanted to start off against the Ravens. You can see he had a lot of defensive backs out there. He only had one true linebacker. The reason why we went and got so many safeties. He likes to have a lot of DBs out there, and I've been trying to get this point across a few times because people want to talk about players like Tanner Muse, and I do like Tanner Muse. I think he has a lot of great abilities, but at the end of the day, when you're only running one or two linebackers a lot of the time, you're not going to see your fourth or fifth linebacker out there, right? Because you got to think we have Nick Wachowski, Corey Littleton, Nicholas Morrow, Divine Diablo, and then you pick your poison, whoever you want to have as that fifth linebacker, which would be probably Tanner Muse. Now, if you put Tanner Muse before Divine Diablo, I mean, I guess I kind of understand, but they're kind of the same thing. We're just drafted, we kind of double dipped in the same area. We got a safety moving to linebacker here. We're doing the same thing with Tanner Muse. We just got to know now that we need to have our DBs really step up, especially the safety group. And again, I think that's why we got so many safeties and a player in Divine Diablo, Tyree Gillespie, Trevon Merrick. You got Jonathan Abram, Carl Joseph. You got all these guys because I think they are going to get playing time, not including the fact that we went and got Casey Hayward. You see we have 3 cornerbacks on the field a lot of the time. Arnett, Hayward, and Mullen, they're pretty much all going to get playing times. You know, they're not going to get too much of a drop off if you're not the number 2 spot, because a lot of the times a third corner will be on the field or a third safety will be on the field. And I'm kind of curious just to see who is that third or fourth safety. Who's that safety on the edge, and then who's the safety playing in that linebacker spot? Will that be Divine Diablo at the linebacker spot? Will they just keep Corey Littleton and Nick Wachowski out there? Y'all let me know down in the comments what you guys think about that, and I appreciate y'all stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns just like this. And until next time, raid the tape.